What's good? Welcome to the KnowONEcares channel. It's your boy Troy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Today we are going to be talking about the most important part of a man's life, the rebuilding phase. This is a time period when you are recovering from a tough situation, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, or both. During this time period, you are trying to get yourself back leveled out, and then you trying to get yourself on a whole nother level financially, a whole nother level emotionally, and a whole nother level mentally. If you can execute during this phase called the rebuilding phase, you can change your generational tree. In this video, I'm gonna talk about it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, comment, like, subscribe, watch the video to the end. Now, the rebuilding phase. This is a part of a man's life that will change everything. When it comes to being a man, you have to have leverage. You have to. All relationships start with the man being the head and the woman being the neck. So, as a man, you have no options but to bring tangibles, but to produce, but to be productive. You don't have a choice. If you don't have tangibles and don't develop tangibles, then you are looked at as a female. Guys will simply look at you without any respect. They'll simply walk by you and tell you to get out of the way. You know what I mean? Women will not respect you. They will operate with you in a masculine frame. So as a man, you have to be productive in life and you have to produce. One of the powers that we have as men is our ability to sacrifice, our ability to work long hours, our ability to focus. We have those strengths as a man because we are obligated to be productive and produce. Women don't have those things. It's hard for women to really sacrifice and suffer for a long period of time. So if you're in a situation as a man where you're trying to rebuild yourself and bounce back on your money, this is what you have to do. The number one thing is you have to cut off your feelings. Your feelings have to be cut off because during this time period, you're going to be operating in a lower range. So you're probably going to drive an older whip. You're going to be doing a lot of different things to save money. And you're going to be looking a little odd. You can't worry about what people say about you or how people feel about you. You have to focus. This time period it's harder for guys who are in committed relationships to execute something like this because they are emotionally attached to a woman and how she feels and what she thinks about him. During this time, you can't have no feelings or you won't execute the rebuilding phase. You won't execute it. Next, you have to be consistent. Now, consistency kills. A lot of times we'll start to do things and we'll start to slack off. You have to be consistent during the rebuilding phase. So that means no liabilities, not buying things that don't do you any good. See, liabilities are visible things. Those are a lot of visible things. Maybe cars, buying a lot of electronics. those things won't do you any good in the future. They won't do you any good. But if you start to get your money up, get debt free, get your credit where it needs to be, and start getting assets, those are not usually visible, so you can't really see them. So you're still going to be looking like you're living a lower lifestyle. You're still going to be looking like you're not, where you need to be. But you can't even care about that. Most people who get rich don't care about what people think about them. So you're going to have to build assets and stop buying liabilities. Stop growing your liabilities. All right. This is your rebuilding phase. You're going to have to be consistent at this. Now, if you execute this for like 2, 3, 4 years and save money, you will change your family tree. Now, the only thing that matters during this time period is your bank account. It don't matter how your girlfriend feels. It don't matter about none of that shit. The only thing matters is your bank account at the end of the month. This is your rebuilding phase. You're going to have to put your head down and straight grind consistently. All right, take care of yourself, hit the gym. You can have a little fun here and there, maybe a little bit on the weekend, but you right back at it. Cutting down your expenses to a minimum, you will be able to execute this rebuilding phase. The thing about this time period for man is we never execute it. We end up getting in retirement age and not having any money saved up. We end up getting in relationships and situations and we don't have any money. As a man, if you don't have any type of leverage or money, you will get disrespected in your relationship. You will be looked at as a failure. A man has to develop tangibles, has to have his finances and stuff in order to be looked at by a woman with any respect. Any guys out here who are going through relationship issues or wondering why their woman is acting all masculine, you got to look at what you're doing on a daily basis. Are you really just going to your day job and then going home and going to sleep? Are you not trying to improve your finances on a yearly basis? Because women keep count. And you shouldn't be doing this for women, but we talk about a lot of hypergamy and how women like to monkey branch and how they like to look for your replacements, how they like to keep their options open. Well, the only way to keep a woman honest is to level up. That's the only way. And the reason why that is because women are hardwired for survival. So if you're not a guy that she can feel protected with, if you're not a guy that she feels like can produce, biologically, she's going to want a backup guy. That's why a lot of guys in relationships, their women have backup men, because she doesn't really believe that you can fully handle the job. So that's why you have to make sure that you are using your logical thinking and cutting out emotional spending, cutting out your feelings of wanting to do this, your feelings of wanting to do that. You have to cut that shit out. Oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this. Or I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. You have to cut that shit out. Women only see strength. So they only want to know, do you have the fucking money for the bill or not? Are you going to take care of this or not? They don't want to hear excuses. They don't want to know why you can't do this or can't do that. So that's why it's really important. If you execute this rebuilding phase and you're not worried about having the newest this, the newest that. If you execute this rebuilding phase for about 3-4 years and get you a lot of cash, now it'll put you in a position of where you can really invest, to where you can really have options. But guys just can't do it long enough. And you have to be able to do it long enough to change the game. So being emotionally attached to somebody, not having your emotions under control, you won't be able to make the adjustments needed. You won't be able to do the things needed to execute the rebuilding phase and change your life. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about executing the rebuilding phase, man. We changing the game, we getting debt free, we building our net worth, and this isn't something that's gonna happen quick. But if you are in your late 20s, your early 30s, your late 30s, your mid 40s, you can change the whole game in 5 years if you just buckle down. All right, man, I appreciate you guys watching the channel. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be uploading some videos, and we have to operate from a position of leverage. All right. Remember, until you change your mindset, no one cares, but just no one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. Let's get it.